Hey everybody, it's Hatster here. I hope you're all feeling well and feeling thumbs up worthy because you all deserve to feel okay. And if you're not, then I hope that you do soon. In the video I'm making today, I'm talking about hair and how hair doesn't determine your gender. Basically, the idea for this video came behind from a few. I made a few tweets the other day about hair, how the length of someone's hair doesn't determine their gender. So I thought I'd elaborate on that in today's video, and so hopefully more people can see it than the good old Twitter people. The good old Twitter people. So yeah, for me, I have longish hair, and it's not that long, but it's longish, and I feel like that's why it's longish on my belt. And I feel like people base judgments on people in a way based on their hair sometimes. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe people make judgments on other stuff, but I feel like people see someone's style of their hair, the length of the hair, and then assume that, say in my case, that I'm female and that I'm a girl, when in fact I'm identify as non-binary. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically where I feel like I'm neither male nor female. And I put an info card there, just about there, so you can click that and find out more if you haven't seen my gender video already. Yeah. And being non-binary for me isn't a choice. Like everyone's gender isn't really their choice. It's just how they feel inside, what best feels right for them. And not many people, to be fair, are that aware of being non-binary as well. So that's something that should hopefully in the future. That's for another video. I'm talking about hair here, but hopefully in the future more people have become aware of that gender can be on spectrum. So yeah, going back to hair, like have my hair like this, but I've there was a big point where I was determined to get my hair cut really short, just so I sort of people could determine my gender more, I guess. But I've got to do what's right for me at the end of the day. And if you're like want to cut your hair short just so you fit into the stereotype of being male or female or whatever, then it do do what you want for yourself and what you feel most comfortable with, because that's better than doing what society or what the media sort of portrays as the most ideal way of looking. Because at the end of the day, people in the media are usually photoshopped for one, and two, no one's going to look like them. Partially because they're photoshopped, but or like airbrush or whatever they do to the papers these days. And you we all have different body shapes and different hairstyles, and if we were all the same like this one person, then that person wouldn't stand out in the first place anyway. So yeah. And going back to what I was saying, I think in a way, I feel like because I was like born female, I guess, then because I have longish hair, well, girls are usually associated with having longer hair, I suppose. To be able to feel non-binary, I felt that I had to have my hair shorter just so that it's sort of not the same as the stereotype of being female, I suppose. I'm not really sure. And but at the current moment of time, that doesn't feel like right for me. And I feel like sometimes people cut their hair because they want. It's sometimes difficult because you want society to perceive you how you feel most comfortable with, but you want to feel comfortable within yourself. So it's sort of trying to get that balance right, I guess. And but doing always keeping doing what's like best for you and stuff. Like for most people as well, gender expression, say like someone's female, then they would express themselves in what felt like a feminine way to themselves in a way. But for me, because I'm not female, I'm just non-binary and stuff, and stuff, that I feel like I just wear what I'm comfortable with, and everyone should wear what they feel comfortable with at the end of the day, and not feel like there's like big angry people judging you, or like going, you can't do this because you're that. Just do what the hell you want, and that way you feel happier. And to be fair, I wear mostly masculine clothes anyway, so that's just how I am, and I wouldn't change that because that's what I am. Yeah, and there's probably something else I was going to talk about in this video. I've forgotten what it is now. And I think as well with like, I can't really speak for being male because I'm not, but I feel like sometimes men, maybe not so much nowadays, like in the old days, in the going back history, like millions of, I don't know how far, like everyone sort of had long hair anyway, and it wasn't that big of a deal. But nowadays it's sort of, men are more like shorter hair, but there are a lot of more men lately that have longer hair, I guess. But, and just, I think the moral of this video is that just because of your hair doesn't mean that, just because of the way you have your hair doesn't change how you feel inside about how you identify as your gender, because no one else can decide what your gender is other than yourself. And it's just a case of letting the world know, I guess, what your gender is. So, like, for example, with pronouns and things, like I use they, them pronouns. It's sometimes about communicating that to other people. So then they know, and then you feel more comfortable with yourself. Because happiness is being you. That doesn't. You feel most happy when you're being yourself. Yeah. I think I shall end this video here, unless I think of something else. So I hope you enjoyed what I had to say, and remember to always be yourself above everything else, and don't feel like to fit in with a certain gender or whatever, male, female, non-binary, anything in between or outside of this box, that you have to have your hair a certain style or a certain way, a certain colour or whatever, because you don't. You can just be you, and hopefully being you will make you feel happiest. And if things of like, you perhaps express yourself in a different way that doesn't necessarily match with like a stereotypical gender portrayal, then that is, I guess, about communication and stuff. But don't feel like you have to fit in a box, because we can all be jacks and bounce out of that box. And yeah, I've been Hatster. You've been you. Thanks for watching. See you again soon. Bye. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I make new videos every Sunday at 6:30 p.m. UK time, so be sure to check them out. And if you found this video inspiring, useful, or anything, feel free to share it with other people and let them know that your hair doesn't determine your gender. Goodbye.